Alrighty. We're not going to talk about my punctuality. Okay. Got that. I just need a moment to make my usual announcements. Boop. Boop. Copy that. Here. There. There. All right. I exist. And I need to make a change to... No, we're good for that. Cool. And let's see here. Yeah, I think we're good for me to show that stuff. All right, cool. Why is the encoder freaking out again? The encoder is shitting its pants. Oh god, what's happening? Come on now. Oh, that's not at all what I want it to do. Alright, hold on. That. I guess that. Okay, so that I can actually look at this worth a damn. Why? Why are you angry? Feel like we've already gone over all this and made these changes last time. I can disable that. Maybe that. Are we good now? Okay. I think we're good. I do need to do something real quick. All right, that way I'm not disturbing the household. Cool. So, let's see. We're gonna look at some Gamescom stuff. Oh, did you stop with that? I think the stream is still actively going on, so all right. Okay, got that. I think I'll need to do that to bring over the audio from this. And I guess for now, we'll switch the I think this will be fine. Okay. So, I'm not going to look at literally everything because, I mean, it looks like there's been an assload of stuff that's been announced. But I am curious to look at Resident Evil and Silent Hill stuff, of course. Oh, good. More World of Warcraft. Oh, that'll be interesting to look at. So I guess they're doing DLC for... I still haven't played that. I saw the Fallout Season 2 trailer. I don't want to play that on stream. I'm more worried about a copyright strike from that than I am just because it's a TV show than I am the rest of this. Oh. Oh no. Bubsy. Okay, so that looks like... This kind of looks like the start. I did hear about this ODST Helldivers partnership. It kind of makes me want to play Helldivers again. I only ever played it a little bit, and then the whole Sony nonsense happened. Oh dear, so loud. I'm going to update this. Cut this out. I'm going to keep the subject on a second. That's awesome. We're getting the assault rifle. Reloading. Now, is this multi-platform? Like, are we getting this on all platforms? Yeah, it's a good matchup. It's a war bond, so I'm assuming that means you have to buy / unlock it. So implies it's launching on all platforms, so it looks like you have to unlock the stuff probably over time. Oh, what is this nightmare? That wasn't really a Gamescom thing, but I wanted to take a look at it.
Yo, remember me? Your old pal Bubsy?
I wish I didn't.
From all those classic games you loved.
Oh, you think being self-referential is going to,
Forget about that. Let's talk about the new one. Bubsy 4D.
Okay, look. The joke's not funny when you're in on the joke. Your games were bad.
Now this I like. So, where are we going next? Don't mind if I do. Zoink! They call me the Orange Blur.
Really?
Do any of these outfits come with pants? You know I've only got one brain cell, right? And it's working overtime on this baby.
What is with his
Sorry,
face?
I didn't even know they were still around.
All right. So just because you're self-deprecating doesn't mean it's going to save you from being terrible. I'm pretty sure every Bubsy game has been terrible. I don't know why I think that wouldn't be. Why would that wouldn't be any different? Also, what does the 4D mean? About to have an ad break, and then we can look at another one. These probably would be the next ones I'd be curious at looking at. All right, it's come on, ad. Run the ad. Run the ad. There it goes. Should probably at least put some music on or something while we wait. All right, we appear to be back from ads. All right, so let's take a look at our next one. I've like played the opening moments of the first game.
Our gods have forsaken us for fear of the coming darkness consumes all but you.
Gross.
Lamp bearer, something stirs within you. Something ancient, powerful, hungry. So I ask you, will you harness this darkness within and deliver unto our so-called lords retribution?
Very fancy. Wait, no. Don't. Why is it all arms? I hate it. Oh, it's all arms. Too many
But
arms.
should you fall, the world falls with you. Lords of the Fallen 2. Wishlist now.
So is it like a direct sequel? I mean, not that I have finished the first one, so I don't know the full plot. The first one seemed like it had potential. It could have been interesting. I didn't get into it, but
For 6 years, Team Cherry has been crafting Hollow Knight's Silksong. It is highly anticipated and Steam's most wish-listed game. Well, tonight, I can finally definitively tell you that Silksong is 100% actually launching this year. And behind me, you're seeing some brand new Silksong gameplay, the first extended look since the last trailer in 2022. And starting tomorrow, you guys here at Gamescom can play a demo at the Nintendo and Xbox booths. There you go. Silksong is real.
I mean, okay, that's not. It's awesome, but like, come on. That's all we're gonna see, and make a big deal out of it. I don't want to watch that because I haven't played that game yet. That kind of makes me think of like Armored Core or something.
Guten Tag, Gamescom. Look at this. Tens of thousands of Europeans packed into one building in the dead of summer with absolutely no air conditioning. This is the type of dystopia we here at Obsidian Entertainment absolutely respect. What is this? Am I experiencing Schadenfreude right now? I may have messed up the pronunciation, but you knew the idea. How are you? My name is Mark. I am the head of sequels here at Obsidian Entertainment, and I've got big news. I am going to drop a brand new trailer for The Outer Worlds 2. What are you gonna get? More planets, more chaos, and an actual release date now that GTA 6 got pushed to the spring. So, strap on in. Stock up on some gummy bears, stock up on your favorite pretzels. Get ready, here comes The Outer Worlds 2
I hate this introduction,
trailer.
but I know it's
Roll it, Jeff. It's
like-
gotta be Jeff that's rolling it, right?
ironic.
And now, a trailer for the part of the game you'll remember more than the ending. The Companions. Let's skip the diplomacy.
You get a little floaty robot.
Chemically enhancing your statistically unsafe lifestyle. This might sting a lot. Ooh, an enemy. Son of a spread.
She's got like bug arm.
Be grateful you're not on fire.
And no, you can't sleep with them.
I mean, at least they're upfront about it. October. All right. All right, what do we got here for Cult of the Lamb? That's one we've played on stream. Not that I finished it. Is it a Metroid? What? Why do you touch the weird glowing ball? Oh, so you could have to do it in the winter now, I guess? Interesting. Project Spectrum. I don't really care about a story teaser necessarily. Alright, what do we got from Resident Evil that's new? Is any of this new? It's at least a different trailer.
Anne, come on. You have been on that thing all day.
Well, if you're gonna work so late.
Get some sleep, eh?
I'm almost done, just a sec.
It's really coming down hard.
Mom, phone. Mom.
It's right beside you.
Hello?
Miss Ashcroft?
Yes.
Who was it?
Dunno. They asked for Miss Ashcroft and then they hung up on me. Rude. What the?
They're coming. Grace, we need to go.
Go where? Mom, what's going on?
When is this set?
Hurry.
Wait, who's coming? What's wrong?
We need to keep our voices down.
This is ridiculous.
Come on.
Because they had a landline, but like, that looked like it could have been a fairly modern laptop with how thin it was. Interesting.
Stay close.
Yeah, the trailer suggested she loses her mom.
Keep moving.
Oh, who's that? Oh, I'm so sorry about the power outage.
What happened?
It's really no excuse, and I apologize for the inconvenience.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Don't worry.
I should have it fixed soon. I just need to find my...
That's interesting.
Come on in here, Grace. Grace, look at me. Grab my hands. Okay, look at me. Look at me.
So, in what way is her mama tied up in all the umbrella nonsense?
Oh, Grace. I promise you, I will explain this all to you one of these days. Grace.
Let me guess, umbrella scientist?
You are my hope. Never forget that.
What are you talking about?
Just... I love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
Mom, I'm scared.
No. We need to find a way out of here now.
But we don't have any of our stuff.
We can come back for it later, Grace.
I think a tentacle got her. All right. before we play anything else, let's see if anything, because the stream's still going, so, or maybe not, maybe it ended. I mean, IGN is still live, but I guess that doesn't mean anything. This is everything announced, so these are probably everything then, if they've already managed to post a summary video. So I don't really feel the need to watch the Deadpool VR because I don't have any VR equipment, so I don't have much I can provide on input for that.
We haven't found an active suspect at the scene. Chances are good, but it's still no water. You better consider your hunt. Over. Last seen fleeing Tsuneyoshi Shrine. Exercise extreme caution.
Is this trailer going to be in English? Because I thought the last one was all in Japanese.
You saved my life and laid claim to my soul. In turn, I shall save your souls by claiming the life of your own self.
Who was that? What is this place?
I feel like this would be better with Japanese audio.
This way.
We better get going.
Just because of the setting. She actually seems relatively competent with a weapon, which is surprising for a Silent Hill protagonist.
A good day is always an extraordinary day. An extraordinary day is an always good day. With that in mind, today's a bit too extraordinary.
So this is where you are. I wondered where you had gone. You need to start getting ready. It's time to say your goodbyes. You're going to kill
I think
with your own hands.
All right.
What's
That's
going on?
unexpected.
No, it's got my home too. The halls, the doors, everything's changed.
I think if you're gonna go with this setting, you would need to just do it with all with the Japanese audio.
Tell me, who are you?
I think it's gonna be you. This is like a Blair
Just
Witch
die?
situation. Creepy telephones.
It must be hard for you to bid farewell to childhood friends.
Yes. No. It had to be done. As soon as I could.
What did she do? Kill all her, like, fellow students? Hold on. Hold on. That's interesting. This is the first time I've seen anyone make this distinction, although it is technically the distinction. That they've put a little asterisk here. Buying or purchasing any digital products is a license. That's interesting. Why does it feel like that's probably in response to, like... Oh, yeah. Someone else noticed. Yeah. Like, it's always been the official, like, policy when you, like, read the terms and conditions on this stuff. But it's interesting that they are putting it out there so blatantly. That's interesting. It's very interesting. Wonder what their reasoning is behind that. Alright, just need to update this. And I want to check something here real quick. Okay, that's still in progress. Let me do. Okay. Is it gonna crash or is it gonna open? It seems like it can't decide. And sometimes you can't be sure. There it goes. Let's I have no idea who that would go to if I do that. Yeah, I'll just do. Let's do this at random. See who gets them. I think it gave him to.
Jerk M. White has just subscribed on Twitch.
No. Stop it.
Crafty Kaiju has just subscribed on Twitch.
I think it gave it to a bunch of people that aren't following. Question mark. Yeah, well, that's
Aubrey
not a
2 has
follower.
just subscribed on Twitch.
That's not a follower. That's
March Ajax has just subscribed on
it
Twitch.
gave it to like 2 followers, 1 follower. That's so weird. Oh god.
Chibikitsunate has just subscribed on Twitch.
Could you stop?
Crimson Strife has gifted 5 subs to viewers.
That was to match Amber's 5 subs from like last week. I wasn't able to do it at the time. So just because we're trying to get to the next sub point thingy for emotes, which is like 100. We're only at like 30. Those randoms are going to be so confused, but I didn't get any kind of like control over it, so all right, so I redid off stream. I redid this guy, kind of made things a little more simplistic. There's still some extra functions in here that aren't needed, but I was able to kind of get things down to what I think is going to be a much more sensible setup, isolating changes and stuff to this level, and it seems to work in the sense of like setting your controls and everything, which is good. Now we need to get it working from this level, so that's kind of where we're at with that. I did blow away all the existing setup for that. So let's see. We're gonna need we got our action name. I think we've got most of the other. I thought we already had one for is that not what this is for? For show secondary? It's just named weird. I don't remember in the original stuff why I set that up. So we'll just do we've got our primary Those are the current binds. Do I have the defaults still? No. They need to be input cords though. So let's say primary default input cord. Not, I don't even know what I was trying to type there. Input cord. And we should probably make it editable. And then we can also do our secondary. I don't want to necessarily set them to anything at this level because this is an element that'll be reused. So probably don't want to do that. We do have our options. We've got our references for the child objects on the UI. So for our pre-construct, we need to set our text. And get action name. That should be this guy. Get input name set the value, I believe is what I want. Set text. This is what I want right here. In text. Oop. And we also need to know, should we show the secondary? Branch. We're going to default this to yes. And if true, and if false, we shall set it to hidden. No, we set it to collapsed. Because we don't want it to occupy the space. Although we might need to do that with the size box. Because I did that with this guy. But I think it's the size box. Although, weirdly enough, that doesn't seem to be doing anything, so that's weird. So we probably actually need to be doing this on this guy. Not on that guy. In this case, we'll do that. And then we need to set our get our action name out here and get our references to these guys. We should be able to set our action name. Really? Hang on a minute. I don't pull from any of that. So no, that actually isn't necessary for that. But we can at least do assign at least set that up. Hold on. What? I did that wrong. One child key selected. Event secondary. Which, to be fair, we probably only even need to do if we're showing the secondary. Otherwise, there's probably no reason to bind anything to it. But we have an ad break coming. All right. Looks like we are back from the ad break. Let's see. Can you get an input by name? You can definitely out with this. Plugin, you can. What does this get us? So what do we actually get out of here? We do get the action name. So we need to find the action name by let's see. We have the action name. And we can bind on events. That's all fine and dandy. I am assuming okay, so then maybe the start is to get the current key. We could compare the text as a name. Probably need a loop with a break, because we only need a loop until we get to a match. We can probably be case insensitive, because we're talking about inputs. They should be the same, but and then if it's true, can we make an array? Maybe then what we need to do is promote this to a variable. And then we can break it. And I'm only concerned because I don't know how this will, when it reads this out, because there may be more than one, right? Since it would read secondary binds, and this is not an array. I think this is fine for matching current keybinds. But let's see. Let's see, collecting. Did it die? Music died? Weird. That track just goes silent for some reason. Very strange. So this seems like it could be a good way to do that, but I'm not sold. All right, let's double check what do I have here for options. Because we created some data tables before. No, this is just matching up the images and handling like renaming keys. It's movement model information and just controller stuff. Yeah, so we didn't do anything for inputs yet, and so the better way to do that or the best way probably, let's do a data table. I feel like there's a lot we could do if we were using enhanced input, and I really would like to. And I may look into that before too long, but I was having issues with it before. Did I set up a struct for that? From default. Movement settings. Controller IDs. Key name. Key image. That's just a key mapping. That's just so I can store what are action keys and what are access keys, and then individual keys. This was a control struct. But this is for overall information. So we probably should make a struct. Let's do F action chords. And we'll probably have to do one of those for access stuff as well. But we're gonna stick to this for now. We need this guy to have 2 input chord. We'll do primary. Secondary. Then, with that guy in mind, we can come in here. Make a data table. And this can be we'll call it input action defaults. Now we do need to actually fill this out, which is a whole thing. I'm going to rename these mostly because they don't need to say action after them. technically this cycles. This is technically like change view. Okay, we're gonna focus on these for now. So we can do new row is jump. Primary spacebar. Secondary is gamepad. Face button. Bottom. It would be super nice if I could export these and import them, but that's not immediately an option that I'm aware of. Gamepad left trigger. Reload. R. Gamepad. Face. Button left. And then shoot. Mouse button or gamepad left, no, right trigger. Sprint. I'm not sure why I have 4 different inputs for that. Thumbstick button. Crouch. Prone. And I want to make sure I get the typing of all of this as accurate as possible. Oh, it can't have a space? Alright, we may just have to call this one view. Honestly, this is probably not a control that will make it into the final build, but I'm undecided because I don't know that I'll let you change views mid-game. There's some things I have in mind that would rely heavily on your viewpoint. Inventory should be I key. And map. M key. Or game pad special. I set this on there, but I think in reality this should be the other way around. This should be special left. The map should be special right. Okay, the others are dev inputs and accesses. We won't worry about the accesses for now. Only gonna worry about the actions at the moment. And then we should probably look at doing like a subsystem. It should probably be... I don't think there are... There's these. So maybe one of these. Currently supported subsystem lifetimes are. So we probably want to inherit the game instance subsystem. So, yeah, we'll probably do it off the game subsystem then. Or, I guess off of the safe game instance. Or we can just make it an object. But I think this should still be a game instance subsystem. The question is there a reasonable way of making one of these? Hang on. Maybe it's its own thing. Doesn't really seem like it. It doesn't let me extend off that, so we'll extend off this instead, because I do plan to use the SCUE4 plugin, so this will probably be fine. So we need a variable words by action. Be a good way to name it, and we probably want it to be an actions map, I think. I think that's what we want. No. Maybe. Wait, hang on. No, this would be... Oh, wait a minute. We might try it like this. What did I call that thing? Oh, there it was. So I think that'll be fine. I can do that. New chord. We are about to have an ad break in 2 minutes, and I need to take a bio break. So I'm going to run the ad early, and we can do that. I will be right back. Okay. I have returned. Let's see. We probably need a reference to the data table. Oh wait, no, you have to do it as data table. And then so we can do this. Then we can do a for each data table row. This should be action courts. But also, we need the row name. Can that not get... Okay, so what we probably need to do then is do this a little bit differently. We can, because we need the row name. So let's set that, and then we'll do a for each on this. And then we'll get should be able to get row by the row name. Right? And then break that from there. And then we should be able to, if a row is found, add it to this. Oh, we don't even need to, we probably don't even need to break it, because we can do it like that. And like that. And then probably do a get chords function, and action name. Name value, and then our out parameters should be primary, and it should be an input chord. Secondary. And then we should be able to do chords by action. And do a find on this action name. Branch. And if an item was found, we can break this, send these out, and if nothing was found, they'll return null. Hi, Dino. Hopefully I didn't miss that for too long. I was engrossed in trying to figure out my next step here. Probably a set chord function. Yeah, I just gotta, you know, keep somewhat aware of my surroundings. So for this, we need our new chord. That's fine, because I do need one of those. But also, I need the name, action name, and do is primary. And that'll be our Boolean for if it's the primary input. I think I saw you were streaming earlier, but I wasn't able to tune in. What did you stream? All right. So we need our chords by action. Pokemon Platinum. Trying to remember if I played Platinum, parts of Platinum later on, like as a ROM. I don't think I ever really played, because that goes along with Diamond and Pearl, and I didn't have a DS. So I didn't even really get to play Diamond and Pearl until they got remade on the Switch, outside of like occasionally starting to play it on a ROM, but never actually playing through. Can we do a finder add? There's not really a finder add. Kind of surprised there isn't a finder ad. Maybe I can create one? That would be useful to have. Yeah, Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl. Yep, those were the ones. I still didn't finish them. But I did get them, and I did play at least one of them. It was another situation of things that came out while I was working on my bachelor's degree that I would put, like, anytime I was looking forward to something, I'd put like a week into it, and if I didn't beat it in that time, I had to be done with it. So there's a lot of stuff that like I started and I made it various ways through them, and then okay, so there's no finder ad per se. might look up the feasibility of creating a Finder ad, because let's see, we have Find, and we have Ad. That's where it'll overwrite. So I'd like to combine these, basically. I could do that probably with a macro. I could make something I can reuse for other things, but I think I'm just gonna, for now, add one that is specific to this. Okay. Let me just do this. Make sure that that's our bind. And we need... What got me into game dev? So... I've always been into creative stuff in general, and what kind of started it would have been probably I got into doing mods for existing games back in like maybe late middle school, early high school. And so I used to make, it was mostly like character models for like the Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy games. And I did a couple little things for Knights of the Old Republic. And I was in some modding communities for that kind of stuff. Did it was mostly just 3D models at the time. I really didn't have any programming experience at the time. But I got really into doing that kind of stuff, and I decided that I wanted to pursue game development, and I wanted it to be my career. So I initially went to college for that. I went to a community college because at the time, stuff like what the heck is the name of that school? Full Sail and stuff like that existed and had game development degrees. But at the time, at least, none of them were like accredited, at least not without going clear across the country. So, but a local community college, a small one in like the middle of nowhere, had a game development course that was accredited. So, went there and pursued that. I never even applied to Full Sail because they were not accredited. So I wasn't, at least not at the time. They might be now. At least that program was not accredited, and so I wasn't going to try to do that. So I went and did that degree, and then like towards the end of it, because I started going to like the East Coast Game Conference and meeting with game developers at different like not just conventions, these were like industry conferences, right? And unfortunately they don't even do that particular one anymore. But I started meeting with some and talking to some, and I kind of learned that basically the industry as a whole, at least then, years ago, didn't give a shit about the game development degrees for as far as job interviews went, because none of the school, and I suspect this is still very much the case, none of the schools did them consistently. So like, you go to one school, and I actually kind of saw this for myself because later on I went to a 4-year school that at that point had started a game design or game development degree program, and it was drastically different. So as an example of how they were not consistent, the one I did, it focused on like all different parts of the process. So it didn't really teach you like a ton about any one specific thing, but it was very varied. So probably the most we focused on in-depth stuff was about the actual design of stuff, and we did that with like actually developing games in like Game Maker Studio, some other stuff, but also we did like level design in Unreal 3, UE3, which was what was out at the time. Flash was still a thing, so we had some Flash classes, Flash programming classes. We had some C# classes. We had modeling, 3D modeling classes and animation classes where we learned to use Maya. So we had a varied background that they put us through. Whereas I finished that degree, and so I learned kind of that, oh, these studios aren't going to care about this degree. It doesn't mean anything to them. They basically told me, it's like, we would rather see you have a very good portfolio and no degree at all. So, but also I had started to kind of reevaluate things, and I was like, the industry is so hyper competitive, and there's so much crunch time and unpaid overtime and all this other stuff. I decided, you know what, this will probably be something maybe I keep as a hobby, but probably not something I do as a career, unless some independent project of mine blows up, right? So I needed a plan B. So I decided to pursue web development, because that was always another hobby that I had. And so I went to a 4-year school in the area for a web development degree. And this was a school I had previously looked at, and at the time it didn't have a game design development course, but it did then. And so kind of out of curiosity, I didn't enroll in it at all, but I started hanging out with a lot of people in that course, and they had a club that they did, and so I did that. And actually I did some like I'll get to it in a second. I did some like classes of sort. I ran some like classes for the club. So it turns out that the game development program that this 4-year school was running was like all programming, all of it. They learned basically like no other skill sets. If you wanted to learn animation or any of that stuff, they had to go to the art college. You didn't get any of that from them. It was like all programming. So like, because I had all this experience with Unreal, I started kind of teaching some basic Unreal like level design classes and stuff as part of the club. It was a pretty short-lived thing, but I did that a little bit and kind of helped out with a few things on the club. And I ended up not finishing the web development degree because I needed to work. So I went and kind of was just doing a very generic, like, it's actually a CAD related job, like data entry basically with telecom network drawings and stuff. It's really weird. Did that for like 5 years, and then decided to go back to school to actually get a 4-year degree. And I decided this time to go for just a generic software development degree. And so I did that. And so that taught me like project management and a bunch of other stuff. Like I had to get my Project Plus certification and all this other stuff. So I got that 4-year degree eventually, but during that time, I eventually ended up through like another 5 years of like a help desk job, doing IT stuff. And then now I actually professionally work as a software developer during the day, doing mostly some boring web stuff. But then I come home and I do development as a hobby because I don't know how to have hobbies that are not also work. Yeah, you swayed away from animation and game design for the same reasoning. Pivoted to graphic design. I mean, that's I think the way a lot of people went. They eventually realized, hey, these degrees are too broad and not specific enough. I suppose the one that was focused on programming could have been more useful for getting a job in the industry, but like again, they would look at these and not really care because it doesn't mean anything to them. So let's see. Let's see. I need these. I need this to be a pure. Oh, wait, it's a macro. It can't be pure. It's a macro. That's fine. All right, so let's see. I think those values will work. I want to find out if this contains and we'll do a branch. Oh, you know what? I needed... It's a macro, so I kind of have to have a line of execution here. Okay, so if it contains, then we can do a find, and if not, so we'll do add. was existing. Find. Actually, we may as well do it like this, because technically this is the same value, but we don't actually get anything when we do a contains. So do that, and then it needs to still return, though, is the thing. So, but it won't. I guess this should actually still work, because I was going to say this wasn't going to work because it's referencing the find, but it's not there if it goes this route, except it will have added it, so it will be there by the time it gets here, meaning it will then, because the find isn't a in sequence call, it will run the find method and it will get the results that were added here. So that's actually fine, I think. I think we're good on that. So then for our set chord, we can do find or add. I might need to make an adjustment to this. I may have to rethink this because the way I set this up, it's a action chord, but that means it's a pair. It's a primary and a secondary input. But here, I'm setting an individual chord. Unless, well, okay, branch. We could do it like this. Find out first if it's a secondary or primary. And then we can do a find. And really, we don't need to do that one yet, but we do this one first. Because if it doesn't find it, then it's kind of irrelevant, right? So it finds it. Oh, we have an ad break. Alright, we should be back from ads. While we were in the ad break, I was checking because I didn't remember getting a notification for it earlier. And apparently I wasn't actually following you yet, Dino. I had to go give you a follow. The only reason I knew you were streaming was because I saw it on Discord. But I have rectified that situation. Alright, so it finds it. We can break this pair here. We're also going to want to do a make on the, oh geez, just doing all kinds of craziness here. Alright, so condition if found true is primary, and then if true then we're going to add the new chord to the primary, keep the previous secondary, if it's not the primary, we'll add the new chord to the secondary, keep the previous primary, make sure we have our action keys still mapped. And if it's not found, we still need to do something. So in this case, we'll have to set that to the secondary, set that to the primary. And I guess it's going to leave these as unbound. I really feel like, because it's not like it's going to dynamically add actions, so I really feel like this route is probably never going to be taken, and so this should be fine. But that, I'm a little about that. What I might have to do then, get, find, no, it's row by name. Or just get row. So then what we actually need to do is check our default maps. It was action chords, wasn't it? Gracious. This is a complete illegible nightmare. If our row is found, then we should be able to add the default to this. If it's not found, I suppose we have larger issues at hand. And I suppose I still have to account for somehow the row not being found so that I don't get an error. If primary. Okay, that's just gonna have to be how that one's done. I think that'll work. I think that accounts for all the possibilities. It's a complete visual clusterfuck, but I think it'll be fine. Alright. We're at like 2.5 hours, which I know we just had an ad break, but it kind of means it's time for me to wrap up because I do have to work tomorrow. Let's see who I can raid. Let's... All right. Let's see. I think I have my raid target. He is a friend of the channel. And he, I think, is tormenting himself with some randomized games right now. Probably Zelda related. Is it gonna... All right. Good night.